Alright guys, today's goal, the learner will understand how to write an equation in point-slope form. Okay, so far we've only talked about slope-intercept form. Now we're going to learn another one called point-slope form. Here's the thing, it's exactly what it says. You're writing it when you're given one point and the slope. Okay? So it says, the point-slope form of the equation of the non-vertical line through a given point x1, y1 with the slope m is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, and again, we're just moving from the slope, remember? Okay, and isn't that what you do? You take a y value minus y1, the x value minus x1. Okay, so it says write the equation in point slope form of the line that passes through the point negative 1, 4 and a slope of negative 2. So I know this. Slope is negative 2, and this is x1, y1. So we already have enough information. So I go y minus 4 equals negative 2 times x minus negative 2. Oh, not negative 2. Negative 1, because that is the x1. Change this to go plus plus, so I get y minus 4 equals negative 2 times x plus 1. And you are done. Okay? So let's take a look at some others. It says graph the equation of the line. Okay, so it's in point slope form. So see, this is y1, this is x1. This is where it's going to be tricky. It's 2, 1, not negative 2, negative 1, because if we look at the original equation, it's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay? And then, see how it's already minus? So if this is already minus, to change it to a plus, it has to be a negative, because look back at this. See how we had the negative 1? What did it end up changing to at the end? Positive. So it's always the opposite of what it looks. Okay? And then what's my slope? Well, the slope I see is just a negative. Well, what that means is m is negative 1. Okay? And put it over 1. So now we're starting at the point 2, 1. And then we're moving down 1, right 1, or up 1, left 1. And there we go. Okay? So let's take a look at some more. Okay. It says write an equation of a line in point slope form that passes through the points 2, 3, and 4, 4. Okay. So here's the thing. We have 2 points, but no slope. So first thing we got to do, that's x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's find the slope. M equals 4 minus 3 over 4 minus 2, which is 1 over 2. So now here's the tricky thing. Okay, not really tricky. There's 2 correct answers, and I'll show you why in a minute. So if I want to use this first point, because remember the equation is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I'm thinking use x1, y1. So I would have y minus 2 equals 1/2. Oh no, y minus 3, because it's y1, x minus 2. Or let's say you picked this one. You would get y minus 4 equals 1/2 x minus 4. Okay, so these look different, and either of these would be acceptable final answers. So you can either copy what I'm about to write down, or you can just watch. If I try to get these into y equals mx plus b, distribute the 1/2, you get y minus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 1, add the 3, you get y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Okay? If I do that over here now, distribute the 1/2, you get y minus 4 equals 1/2 x minus 2. Add the 4. So see how you can go from point-slope form to slope-intercept form, and they end up as the same answer. So either of these are correct point-slope form. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at another one. Alright, it says, the table shows the cost in dollars of sending a single piece of first-class mail for different weights. Can the situation be modeled by a linear equation? Explain. If possible, write an equation that gives the cost of sending a piece of an initial mail as a function of its weight in ounces. Okay, so y equals the cost, x equals the ounces, the number of ounces. So this is what we need to do. Okay, 1.06 minus 0.37 divided by 4 minus 1. So what I'm doing is I'm calculating the slope. Here's x1, y1, or sorry, x1, x2, y1, y2. So again, these are the first two x's and the first two y's. So I'm just calculating the slope. Okay? So you would get 0.69 over 3, which is 0.23. Now, what I'm going to do is make this x1, x2, y1, y2. So now I have 2.44 minus 1.29 over 10 minus 5. So I get 1.15 over 5, which is 0.23. So do they have the same slope? Yes. So when they have the same slope, now when they have the same slope, that means we can. So here's the thing. We're going to use point-slope form. So I'm just going to use the first point and my slope. So I have y minus 0.37 equals 0.23 times x minus 1. And there we go. So there's our equation. Now let's make sure we've answered everything. It says, if possible, write an equation that gives the cost of sending a piece of mail as a function of weight in ounces. So there we go. This is the cost as the function of the weight in the ounces. If you want to, you can distribute things out and add, but we should be good. So if we do that, let's say it said put it in slope-intercept form. So you go distribute. So you get y minus 0.37 equals 0.23x minus 0.23. Add the 0.37. Get y equals 0.23x plus 0.14. So there we go. See you guys in class.